Alright, making this video up because if you watched the clutch cover installation video, you would have saw that I forgot my wavy washer, and I was kind of making fun of myself on the video. So, got back into it, as you can see, fixing what I thought was a minor problem. Now, when I was putting the cover back on, I wasn't paying attention like I should have. Found out that my cover didn't match up perfectly on here. There was ever so slightly of a gap. So, which things on these bikes are made to fit nice and flush and neat and tight and all that good stuff. So, automatically I knew something was wrong. Something needed to be looked at and identified. Pulled things off, and then what I end up finding out, this is your starter, the gear for your starter motor right here. It kind of came out cockeyed because one of the first things I did when starting this whole operation was take my wavy washer off and store it. Well, that allowed to have some play, and they gave a little bit of jiggle in here. So fortunately, I was able to identify the problem and got lucky, I guess. So by making this video now, because I figured before it was just doing the plates and the springs, but now I'm into the starter. So in the effort of learning our bikes, I figured I'd throw this up on the video too and just see this. So first thing, always backtrack your steps. One of the hard times I have with is I don't have a nice garage. I drop a piece out here and I'm literally combing through the grass. It freaks me out and I hate it, but nothing I can do about it while I'm stationed over here. So with that said, as I said, I had the clutch cover on, getting it on, doesn't match up the way it should. Take it off, start addressing the problem. I started addressing the problem, and first thing I wanted to look for was my rod and my wavy washer, and I was like, holy shit, it's gone. You know, calm myself down, and what ended up happening was it backed itself onto the plate where it should have. So, as you can see, there's the rod and there's the wavy washer. So that others can get an idea of what's going on in their bike, you have your starter motor here. So this is your starter wheel to engage the bike to get it started. Now, this plate engages it. Now, in order to get this plate off, you need, I know Triumph sells a little thingamajig that kind of sets down in between the teeth. I have one of just a universal flywheel holder. I use that and then use the foot peg as leverage, and then you can get it's a Torx nut, and it is Torx 30 to get it off. Because keep in mind, you're on the drivetrain here. When you turn this wrench counterclockwise, you're exactly the opposite over on the alternator side with the 10mm bolt. So if you're going clockwise on this, if you're going counterclockwise on this side here, you're turning the motor over, and everything's going to turn. That's why you need the resistance to get it unlocked. So, with that said, that's how it works. And then this, you just want this piece to engage when you start up your bike. That's it. That's what these teeth are here for, to your starter motor, and then it's going to match up into here, and that's what engages the bike. So the danger of this wavy washer, because as you can see, you have this blank that is just, that's why I bought a piece of wood, save it from the mud. But you have this blank, and it's just so long, and it just fits into here, like so, and that's it. There's nothing that locks that in there or nothing. Between the pressure of the case going on and the gears working, doesn't need to be. But you have to have your parts for it. This wavy washer, so then, and the starter motor goes on here, and it hooks up into this gear that engages the motor to get it started. So without this starter, without this wavy washer, you could have play. And if you get any kind of play, as you can see, it doesn't take much at all to get this pin out. This pin is in there real shallow. So if there's any kind of play whatsoever and this loses, this is going to lose its gearing to the starter motor and to the flywheel here. And if that happens, I mean, if you're lucky, the inside of your cover gets all marred up. Worst case, there's just a confetti fest going on inside your clutch cover case. So let me get everything organized. Let me get a sip of coffee and take a deep breath, because I get that frantic feeling when I think I lose parts and hate that shit. So, and I'll be right back and show you how we button this up. Okay, I think we're good to go. Try to get this on now. Nerves are calm. All my parts are here, and we're ready to button up. Okay, turn off. Take this. As you can see, I have my blank and my wavy washer back in my little cup trays that make me feel good. So, put this blank in here starting off. Put that in there. It's not going to go in very far, and as you can see, you can take it out with very little effort. Almost as easy as you can take out this plunger thing. See? They're both the same, cut exactly the same. So, okay. Calm my OCD on that. Keep pressing. Now you want the fine teeth here are going to go to your starter here. You want to line that up and get that fit nice and flush as it should. Okay. So there. So you should have plenty of clearance from here to your casing, and this should just be, just millimeters away off of this wheel. But the only thing this engages is your starter on this side, and then to the inside of it, where the bigger, stronger teeth are at this wheel here. Those are the only two places it's going to engage to. Take our flywheel. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Okay, and this is just because it's like almost like the insides of a clock or something, man. You just kind of take it slow and get it all lined up. You know when it fits, because everything is just super duper flush and real nice and tight. You just got to keep playing with it, because you have, your starter wheel to line up into these teeth, but now this also has to go into this flywheel. So it just takes some finagling, some playing, like that. See, okay, now we're in a good setup. Teeth are nice into the groove on the starter. We got the clearance there. We got the clearance to the cases, and then it fits real nice into that. And this just pops right into place. Once again, you'll know when it fits, because these things are made to just pop right in and fit like a glove. Now you have a cover plate, and then your two, excuse me, you got the a cover plate here, and then your two Torx bolts, T30s, and this is set at 16 Newton meters. So, and then also, because we're putting this back on, obviously we're tightening it clockwise, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need to block off our flywheel. I know I'm anal, but man, I hate that feeling of losing a part or losing a tool, or man, it's what it is being a flight line worker is what we got in the Air Force. It's huge. It's called tool accountability. Working on the flight line, it's called FOD, foreign object debris. So, which, like a bolt like that, where I'm stationed, we got F-16s. But a bolt like that, it's not going to take an F-16 down, but it can cause damage if this gets sucked up into an intake. And you know, we're in military. You know, we screw something up. It's, you know, because it's our foul up. It's taxpayers that, you know, that flip the bill for it, and so we're real accountable for it. And they press hard. So, for example, had this been a flight line operation, all immediate operations in the vicinity would have stopped until we found this blank in this washer. So, you know, and after 20 years of working like that, now, even when I'm home to work on my bike in my own house, you know, I'm missing something, like, holy shit, where is it? You know, it's just hard habits to break, I guess. And like I said, when you're going to put these back on, you don't, you know, you got the resistance of the motor that's letting you tighten them up. So, and then we're going to 16 Newton meters. Oh, torque these down the way they should be. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, good. I just don't like to keep putting the resistance. 16 Newton meters isn't that much, so we're able to get it. See, a technique too on that, you can make sure everything is good and lined up as you tighten it down. So, okay. So now, before I put the clutch cover on, I got my wavy washer once again. I'm not forgetting it like I did in my last video. It's just going to go on here, and that's going to ensure that, because when this comes on, this isn't just floating. As I showed in the beginning of the video, this blank is going to fit into this groove right here. And obviously, this washer is wavy because it offers a sort of, lack of a better word, a suspension. So it gives it a little bit of play like that. Because if it's a flat washer, it's just going to grind. So it is a big deal if you forget this washer. Because if there's allowed to, if you ever put your hands on this and look at your bike, you'll see there's very little tolerances, very little movement. So you miss this one piece. If this only has to slide forward a very little bit, and it's it'll be enough to throw this wheel out. And if it throws this wheel out, it can mar up teeth here, it can mar up teeth there, and of course, and then the real danger is if you obstruct the movement of the motor, now you're talking big boo-boos. So I'm gonna end it here. You guys already seen me button up the clutch cover. So hope you got something out of this. That's why we always review and look over things closely. I'm feeling kind of humbled right now, but at least I found it and I took care of business. So, all right, keep posting. Probably my brakes are going to be next. Need new brake pads and flush out fluids. So, laters.